Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, let's take a look at this 2023 GMC Acadia SLE. The SLE package of the Acadia model is going to be the mid-level trim, as you guys can see, and includes some nice things such as a nice grille, LED headlights, as well as a premium cloth interior. With that being said, though, this is probably the nicest version of the Acadia without going to something like a Denali or a rugged AT4 trim. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's check it out. Starting off here in the front, as you can see, we do have a very nice chrome grille with a GMC emblem in front. As you can see, you also have LED daytime running lights with LED headlamps. Coming around here, as you can see, we're taking a look at a set of Continental tires. These are Continental cross-contact tires, measuring 235, 65 R18s all the way around. With that being said, everyone, to the other side of the vehicle, this vehicle, like all GMC models, has a smart key access system, which makes getting in and getting out a whole lot easier. So as long as you have the key fob on you, come up to the door handle, push this button right here, and the vehicle will indicate unlocking when you push it once. Do it again to lock the vehicle, or in this case, put your hand up like that there and it will unlock the door for you. The exterior colors, this one is finished off in Ebony Twilight Metallic with a jet black cloth interior. Coming over to the door panel here, as you can see, you do have some hard touch hard touch material right here. However, it is made up with this very nice soft touch leather material down here with some white stitching, of course. You do have some faux wood right here, which looks really nice. You have an aluminum door handle, your unlock and lock switches here, your adjustments for your mirrors, which mirror you're going to adjust, child lock right there, or excuse me, your child window lock right there, and then your power windows. Your driver window is going to be the only one that's fully automatic. Coming down below that, you are going to have some small storage. With that being said, along with our smart key access system, this vehicle does indeed come with a push recognition. As long as you have the key fob on you, whether it's in your pocket or in the vehicle, put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. Starting off for here, as you can see, the GMC Acadia does come with a nicely leather-wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel with all your controls on the left as well as on the right sides. Left is going to house your cruise control settings as well as your forward collision warning system. To the right, you're going to have your hands-free Bluetooth and telephone switches here, and then controls for the main menu up there. Coming up here, we are looking at 4 main gauges. You're going to have your tachometer on the left, followed by your fuel range, coolant temperature, and then to the right is going to be your speedometer. And then right in the center there is going to be a pretty small but pretty useful driver information center, as you can see here. And currently we're looking at the current speed as well as the current odometer reading, which this one here does have a little over 20,000 miles on it. To the left at the bottom is going to be your compass, and then to the right is going to be your gear selector. With that being said, with the touch of these arrows right here on the steering wheel, we should be able to cycle through a couple of different menus here on the screen. So like I said, we're looking at the current speed, trip A information, which includes how much miles were driven, average fuel economy, as well as the average speed. Same for trip B. Fuel information, which includes your fuel range and instant fuel economy, oil life, tire pressure, air filter life, fuel economy, an elapsed timer, battery voltage, and a black page. Coming over here, as you can see, we're taking a look at a pretty modest display. It's about 8 inches in length, and as you can see here, it is pretty much as you would expect it to be. It's actually pretty normal, as you can see here. Now, this is going to be the older system, of course. The newer system is going to have a much nicer presence, but as you can see here, we do have our icons at the bottom here, which includes home, audio, phone. This is going to be for your navigation, and then your driver profile right here. You're going to have different icons here, such as your Bluetooth connectivity, your sources here, and then more. Exterior temperature and current time. You're going to have your presets up here for your different stations, which is pretty nice to see. So starting off with audio, as you can see there, we're going to take a look at that, and it's going to include things such as AM, FM, Sirius XM, and Bluetooth. Coming down here to phone, you can pair a phone in the vehicle if you want to, or you can connect to one that's already in the vehicle. Of course, this is going to be with the navigation. This one does, of course, include OnStar, which, of course, this one is not active right now, but it says this service requires turn-by-turn directions to be available. Push the blue OnStar button to speak with an OnStar advisor. So I'm going to go ahead and go back from that. And then going over here to driver. This is going to be more so, not really for a profile per se, but this is more going to focus on your climate control. So you're going to have dual zone climate control. You can adjust the fan speed, fan positioning. You can turn the fan on or off, turn the AC on or off, recycling, and all that stuff. And as you can see here, you also have one for the rear as well, which is nice. And then come back here and we go to your main setup here. So you're going to have, like I said, your audio, phone. You're going to have your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, Wi-Fi, settings, OnStar services, and climate. Coming over here, you're going to have rear climate controls. And then coming back over here, you're going to be back on your main, kind of on the main screen here. So pretty nice to see. Coming down below that, you're going to have your volume knob, tuning knob. This powers off the screen. This, of course, is going to make you go into any particular settings or anything you want to set up inside of the vehicle. That's what this check mark is for. This is for you to enter. Back and forward buttons for your multimedia. Home page, a back button. Coming down here, as I just explained, the dual zone climate control system. Of course, it does include, again, the fan speed, recycling, as well as fan positioning. You also have your front and rear defrost as well. This vehicle, of course, does come with a 10-speed automatic transmission in a kind of a interesting way, as you can see. When you put the vehicle into reverse, it does give you a decent backup camera with guidance lines that adjust as you turn the wheel. Pretty cool to see. Coming down below that, you do have your storage area here. This is going to be a little outlet where you can put in, a phone to charge. And then, of course, you have a USB-C and a regular USB port there. Coming down here, you do have 2 cup holders. You're going to have some shortcut buttons here, which are going to be for your auto stop start. Traction control, you can turn on or off, and then your hazard button right there. And then this is going to be for your different drive modes, such as normal, snowy, and sport. Or in this case, normal. It's normal, snow, and sport. Snow mode. And then back to tour mode or normal mode. Coming over here, as you can see, coming to your glove compartment, you have a very decent amount of storage space in here, which is not too bad. And let's go ahead and talk about these seats. These seats are pretty nice and comfortable, as you can probably tell. It does feel pretty good in here as far as the quality is concerned. Now, overall, it's not too shabby or bad or anything like that. And we have 2 more rows of seats to go through, so with that being said, let's continue the tour. You're going to have your OnStar connectivity right up here, of course. Your SOS for your roadside assistance. Passenger airbag light there. This right here is going to be for your sunglass holder. Coming over here, you have your visor. And then coming to the far left, you're going to have your gauge dimmer switch as well as your electronic parking brake. But overall, the GMC Acadia so far has been pretty nice to see, and although this is an SLE model, you know, it still gives you some nice things as well, which is pretty cool. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the second row as well as the third row of this GMC Acadia. Checking out the second row of the GMC Acadia. Materials do follow through in the back, as you can see there. Pretty nice to see. You do have 2 seat pockets, one on both sides. You're going to have controls for your air conditioning and everything right here. Temperature adjustment, auto AC, different modes for the positioning, USB-C, USB ports down there. And down here, I believe, are a set of 2 cup holders. And then you might be wondering where the air vents are. They're going to be right up there to the left and to the right. And then, of course, this is a captain's chairs configuration, as you can simply just pass on through into the third row, which, as you can see, is currently down at the moment. You do have your captain's fuel filler, as well as an illustration of how to use the nozzle at the gas station and how to do it correctly. The GMC Acadia on certain trims does come with LED taillights. These ones are incandescent because this is the SLE model. You have your GMC logo in front and center, followed by your Acadia badge at the bottom. And of course, you do have some aluminum. You have an aluminum bumper at the bottom there with your dual exhaust tips. Coming into the cargo area of the GMC Acadia, as you can see, you have a decent amount of room. Now, that's with the third row folded down. If you were to have the third row folded up, you would probably have just this amount of space, which, if justified, you'd be looking at around 13 cubic feet of space. With the second row folded down, you'd be looking now at just over 41 cubic feet of space. And if you were to fold down the second row there, you'd be looking at 79 cubic feet of cargo space, which is pretty good. Now, as you can see, if the third row was up, we'd be looking at a couple of different things here. You do have 2 cup holders on both sides. You're going to have a little area where you can charge your device right over there. Over here, you're going to have 1 cup holder, and that's pretty much it. Now, coming underneath here, you do have some extra storage, and I believe you do have your, I believe that's either a Fixify kit or an accessory from the factory. Also, you do have more storage over here and a little bit more storage over there. Body colored mirrors with LED turn signals on them. Under the hood of the GMC Acadia, you have your options of 2 different engines. Either a 3.6 liter V6, or in this case, this 2 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It produces 228 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. All right, everyone. So with that being said, the GMC Acadia is a pretty average model for this segment. Of course, it competes with different models like the Ford Explorer, the Toyota Highlander. You know, even in some cases, the Hyundai Santa Fe, to say a few. But in my opinion, I think the GMC Acadia is a decent choice, especially for those who don't really want to spend, you know, a ton of money on, you know, higher trim levels. You know, specifically if you go for the SLE, again, this is going to be the mid-range trim level, which is pretty good. It does offer a couple of nice amenities in here. Like I mentioned earlier, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You're going to have the available third row seating in here, which is nice. You're going to have dual zone climate control. You're going to have XM satellite radio. You're going to have LED headlights, a chrome grille, and overall just a really nice package. But with that being said, everyone, that is going to do it here for this walk around and tour of this 2023 GMC Acadia SLE, finished off in Twilight Black Metallic. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.